Tell you something else. There's a lot to be said for making people laugh.
All right, let's get it on. Whatever that means. That's a terrible slogan for the show. But it's Tuesday night, and welcome to another episode here. The podcast that just won't go away. But this is the first and worst podcast in Philadelphia, you see. Last night I went to the Good Comedy Theater, and to my surprise, I went on first. It was kind of funny. I was talking to this guy before the show, and he was like, "You're a regular here." And I said, "Well, I've been coming around for about 2 months now, but usually when they put me on, I'm in the last bracket. I'm usually one of the first comics to go on last." And then, right before the show started, I guess the girl that was hosting, she didn't realize that she could put whoever she wants on. She actually went in the bucket and pulled my name out. And I went on first, and it was great. I watched 2 comics. I left. Tomorrow night, we'll be at the Trocadero. Of course, this podcast is pre-recorded, so the time you hear this already happened. But I'll be at the Trocadero Theater, not performing like a headliner, doing an open mic in the upstairs. So that should be fun. I also uploaded the prank call, the new prank call, which wasn't that good, from the last episode onto my Josh Jack YouTube channel. And I decided we'll be uploading prank calls every single week. So instead of waiting until the end of the month and uploading 4, I will be uploading a classic prank call, which is pretty much my way of saying old. And then the following week, a new prank call. I'll be doing that every other week on the podcast, and then I'll be putting them up on YouTube once I put them up on the, the podcast and all that stuff. So my other YouTube channel, of course, is JAK Comedy. And let's get to some topical news. So let's see what the prank call is going to be before we get to that. For this episode, it's going to be a classic prank call, Fruit Basket. I did this prank call, 10 years ago maybe, or maybe 11 years ago, maybe 12, I don't know. I called a fruit basket place. I think I was acting gay to some guys. I might have to go back and listen to it. There's so many prank calls I don't even remember that I don't even listen to. I don't even remember. And also, I'm probably most likely doing public freakout commentary on this episode and sober commentary and all that stuff. But yeah, everyone's talking about the eclipse glasses. That was the big story of yesterday. Pretty sure lots of hacky open mic comedians were going on Facebook, and they were making their eclipse jokes. Some of them had the same type jokes, I heard, like, Stevie Wonder is not going to be able to see the eclipse, and all that stuff. And they're making fun of Trump, and Trump was looking up at the sky like he was squinting, And also Sarah Jessica Parker, she made a video. WWE star mourns death of her boyfriend. I don't watch wrestling anymore. Is this, Dana Brooke mourns death of her boyfriend Dallas McCarver. You are my life. This guy was one of those big steroid freaks. I'm not making fun of the guy. Kind of am, but not making fun of him for dying. I'm just saying he was one of those steroid guys. So I don't watch wrestling anymore, but hey, rest in peace, dude. Let's see. Police called on Johnny Kate Goslin over argument. Ooh, things are getting raunchy over there. Missing actress search intensifies as $250,000 cash awarded. Reward offered. Friends and family and community now offer reward. A 20-year-old actress, Elaine Park. She's a positioned actress. Desperate Housewives, Mad TV. I love Mad TV. I hope they find her, just based on that. Also, the NBA news, Kyrie Irving got traded to the Boston Celtics, and Isaiah Thomas got traded to the Cavaliers. LeBron James can give a shit. He's like, okay, that's great. That's how most black NBA players talk. They get their cocks sucked by white girls all day. They're like, yeah, okay, that's great, wonderful. Also, rapper Mystical. He was in jail for, let me get the news story here. He was in jail for quite some time. He's been out for about a year, and I think he got arrested again. Is it on rape charges? Somebody said that. Turns himself in. Here it is. It's from TMZ. Mystical turns himself in on a rape charge. Mystical has been charged with raping a woman in Louisiana. So, track him down to cops. Another man was also charged in connection with the crime involving a woman in a casino. He's been held on $2 million bond. Damn. So yeah, I remember he was in jail for a while. I don't know what he was in jail for the first time. Also, Tiger Woods and Catherine McPhee declare legal war over nude photo hacks. I'm not sure if they're together or not, but I heard them. Some radio show was talking about Tiger Woods and his big black Asian penis. That's right. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Mystical, you know. I mean, the guy's he was successful at one point. Not sure what he did, and then he goes to jail. And he comes right back, and guy can't keep it in his pants. But he turned himself in, though, so that's good, right? All right, let's see. What else is going on? There's a viral picture of a white guy hugging a black woman at one of these protest memorials, and looks like he's got his hand on her ass. That's hot. Jerk off to that later. So this happened. Mom left kids in car while drinking. She left kids in a hot car while drinking. That's fucking crazy. Like, who fucking doesn't know that, like, by now? Like, you know, like, so obviously they're doing it on purpose. There's no way nobody knows in 2017 and this time that if you leave your kid in the car, most likely they're gonna fucking die. So she left them in and said, I'm gonna have a few brewskis. She looks like she's kind of disappointed, but I think she's just drunk. Woman admits to joining R. Kelly's sex cult at age 16. So R. Kelly had young girls, young girls, had a sex cult and stuff. Neighbors say some people are using a vacant home to have sex. I've heard people do that before. It's pretty hot, right? Some people sleep in vacant houses, so why can't they fuck in them? Neighbor accused of brutally beating a teen as he mowed lawn. Oof. Taylor Swift is expected to make a major debut on Friday. I think she's dropping an album or something. Church employee accused of filming kids in the bathroom. What is up with people in churches? What is it about a church that makes people want to fuck kids? Teen with Down syndrome for strong bowel trainer. This guy's, we all know that mentally challenged people can lift. Alright. This mom was in court for a $300 parking fines, but her daughter told a judge where she was. She was with her baby's daddy. I don't know. That's a black woman. I also heard that pair booted from flight for allegedly assaulted an airline. I also heard these two white girls. They went into this university wearing Make America Great Again hats, and the hats got taken off very quickly, and people were pissed. So yeah, man. Also saw a video of a black guy yelling at a white woman saying that let white people protest. It's okay. Doesn't mean they're Nazis. This liberal white woman. Simone Biles goes public with her new relationship. Okay, it's a black girl dating somebody. Who gives a fuck about that? Not because she's black. It says bodybuilder dead at 26. I wonder if that's the guy who was with the WWE store. I also heard another story. I know I'm all over the place. Of this gay couple. And they were inside this restaurant. And the guy said, that doesn't look right. You guys can't eat a dessert together. It's totally gay. Nicki Minaj, she's going crazy. She had a giant 30-foot weave and these giant heels. She just looks like some fucking crazy looking Barbie that's going nuts. People are talking about Barron Trump's shirt. This is on your mark. They said he's got to dress more professional. He's a kid. He's a 10-year-old kid, and just because you're the president's son, you got to wear a fucking suit all day? Why can't he wear wacky shirts? Right? The kid's got a sense of humor. Maybe do the podcast one day. Alright, so that's it for this segment. You're going to hear a classic prank call called Fruit Basket after this. Then we're going to go from there. This is your favorite podcast show that you don't listen to. And once again, I highly doubt I'll get any coverage at the Trocadero, but if I do, you'll hear it, or anything else that happens. So you got to keep listening to find out what happens next.
Kennedy Restaurant Florence, can I help you?
Yes, hi. You sell gift baskets here, right?
Yes.
Do you have fruit baskets there?
Yes.
Do I have to pick them up? Is it possible I can mail them?
You can have it delivered.
Yeah, can I have it delivered to someone's house, possibly?
Yes.
Do you attach cards?
Yes.
Is it possible that, the thing is, I'm really busy with work, and, is it possible that maybe you could write me the card over the phone, and then tomorrow, possibly, I can come pick it up?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, can you please jot me a note? I just want to write my girlfriend like maybe 4 lines. It would take about 30 seconds. Is it possible you could do that for me, please?
So you want to place an order to pick up a basket?
Yeah, and I need a card attached.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Just 1 second. Let me just get to the computer.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, thanks for holding.
Okay.
Okay, so what would you like on that card?
I would like to say, Dear Lisa,
Okay.
I hope this fruit basket symbolizes how I feel about you.
Okay.
Next time, I promise, I won't ram your pussy as hard as I did.
Excuse me?
I said next time, I promise
Uh-huh.
that I won't ram your pussy as hard as I did before.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Is it possible you could write that for me? Can you put vagina instead?
You can't fill that out when you get here?
Well, no, see, I'm really busy working overtime right now, and, it'd be possible if I can just, get this done.
You want to put that on a fruit basket?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's not, she's used to, we talk to, that's how we talk to each other,
Okay, say that one more time.
Okay, next time I promise
Uh-huh.
that I won't ram your pussy as hard as I usually do. You can put vagina if you want. If you're squeamish about that, you can put vagina. I'm sorry for the language, miss. I really don't want to, upset you.
Oh, it's just, I've never had anybody put that with a fruit basket before.
I know. I apologize. It's just,
Okay, anything else for the card?
Yes, next time I will get lube so I will not bruise your anal.
Are you serious?
Yes. Is it possible you could write that for me?
Okay, go ahead.
And that's it.
Okay, I need you to repeat that. I'm sorry.
I said, and next time I will buy you some lube so it won't hurt your anal as much.
Okay.
Okay, that's it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye.
Yes, hi. Do you sell, fruit baskets here?
We do, but you have to order that in advance. Like, if you need it for tomorrow, you can order it today.
Well, so the flowers and balloons, so I have to order that in advance, too?
No, our flowers and balloons will always have in stock, but fruits we don't.
Okay, so the thing is...
Excuse me?
Can I explain something to you?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I need flowers and balloons, okay? I want to get for my girlfriend.
All right.
And the thing is I'm really busy with work, and I want to put a card on there.
Okay.
You know, a card? So is it possible you could write me the card over the phone?
Yeah, we can.
And then tomorrow I'm going to pick it up, because I'm really busy with work. Is it possible you could do that for me, please?
Order over the phone and pick it up for tomorrow?
I want to say some messages on the card. Just
yeah, you're telling me, and I'm going to write it down.
Okay, you got a pen and a paper?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to say, Dear Lisa.
Dear Lisa, all right.
I hope these flowers and balloons make you feel better.
Makes you feel better, all right.
Next time, I promise
Uh-huh.
that I won't hurt your pussy as much.
Next time that I promise, what's that again?
Next time I promise that I will not hurt your pussy as I did before.
That I won't hurt your pussy?
Yeah, as much as I did before.
As much?
As I did before.
All right.
And I apologize
Uh-huh.
for ramming your anal so hard.
I think you better just do the writing yourself. I just don't think I can go on and write.
You can't, no, that's the last sentence, and that's it. You can't write that for me?
I think you better, I don't think I just want to,
I know, but that's the last sentence, and that's it. You can't just write the last couple words?
I just feel that you have to write that to yourself.
I know, but what's
the
my...
message is not good for me to write.
I know, but it wasn't my fault. She really likes it in the ass, and, I know I gave her a hemorrhoid, but I didn't know.
I'm sorry, but some things I just don't like to accept writing for others.
I know, I understand that, but it's just one last line.
I do mean, maybe there are other floors who do that for you, but not for me.
I know, but I didn't mean to hurt her ass that bad. She can't sit down, but I hope...
I'm sorry, but then you just can get somebody else to write that down for you, not me.
So you wrote down all that, but you can't write down one more sentence?
No, because I don't want the message itself. I just think that's too personal for somebody else to write for you.
It's a possible...
Right? Do that yourself.
Have you ever had your ass rammed before?
Excuse me?
Have you ever had your ass rammed before?
Oh, yeah, great.
Really?
All right, Deja Vu here at the, I was going to say Good Comedy there. This isn't Good. This is the Trocadero.
The Trocadero.
With Bill Miller.
Hey.
And we hung out again all night watching the show. Last show was a little weird. I like the conspiracy guy that went on at the end. But, hey, listen, not every show, you can't always get that, You can't always... But, I'm trying to think if anything weird happened tonight. Nothing really weird happened, I would say. I mean, it was pretty regular show.
You know what? I'm in for a night where nothing weird happens.
You don't like weird nights?
Comedy? I like a weird night once a week, but in comedy in
this
general,
is once a week.
Yeah, you're right. I had a weird night last night.
You haven't done an open mic? Oh, yeah, so talk about your Marriott show in the Courtyard.
Yeah, I got
Ben Salem.
John Rice invented, or not invented.
John Rice invented the hotel show. That's true.
He goddamn it right. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Hold on. I need to experience life for a second. Hey, how's it going?
Awesome shirt.
Oh, thank you so much. Your shirt's great too. Oh my god.
For a married guy,
Holy
you're good.
Christ. Oh my god.
I didn't think you looked at other girls. I thought when you're married, you had to pretend you're gay. How does it work?
No, you just play nice. I'll tell you right now, I'm not listening to this podcast with my wife. Oh my god.
All right, I'll edit that out. Wait,
don't edit it out.
Wait. Do you actually listen to it? I thought you listened on your headphones.
Well, no, I turn it on. I wake up Monday morning and I turn on my phone and I put on the YouTube and I get the JoshCast and I brush my teeth and I wipe my ass.
Wow.
But I don't go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom, wipe my ass, then brush my teeth. I don't defecate or anything.
Oh, that's cool.
It's just I know I'm dirty at night.
Well, I use baby wipes. I put baby wipes in a sandwich baggie, and I was telling you before the show that they would have let me in for 15 minutes. So because they were doing something upstairs. Okay. So I had to pee really bad. On top of that, I felt like I had anal leakage. When I eat greasy stuff,
right,
my underwear sticks to my butthole. So
you don't wear the underwear most.
No, yeah, but tonight I am because it's not that hot.
Good for you.
Yeah. So I used to baby wipe, and sometimes I have to because it just makes because toilet paper doesn't do anything. It's dried paper. And I get dingleberries because I have a hairy asshole.
Okay, you have a hairy asshole?
Yeah.
I do too. I pull it out.
Yeah, but you get dingleberries in the shower and I can clog the drain. That's why baby wipes are inexpensive and cheap. I don't understand why people don't use them. But anyway, we're talking about the Courtyard.
John Rice throws on this show. He works at the Courtyard Marriott.
Yeah, he was going to get me a job there, but I couldn't get there because the bus schedule wouldn't get me there that early. I should have took it, though, because I could have got there later. But anyways...
it's a pretty sweet gig. There's a lot of fun people that work there.
In a conference room, right?
It was in a conference room. It was very professional. They set up the tables right. Like, it was long ways. So everyone can get, pack in there. And there was a lot of teenagers there.
Right.
And I never did a show with teenagers before.
Oh,
and
it's so much fun.
At first I was worried about being naughty, but then I realized teenagers love naughty.
Yeah, they all watch South Park. That's what happens to me. One night at the cabaret, this happened a few times. Some high school kid brought 30 of his classmates.
No way.
So there's a bunch of these Hot Topic looking kids there.
Nice.
So I did my usual dirty stuff, and I'm and in the middle of my set, some of the parents were groaning. And I was like, look, you're shitty parents. First of all, you brought your kid to a comedy show. Second of all these
kids turned into Hot Topic kids.
Yeah, all these kids watch South Park. They all watch Family Guy. I'm not saying anything different than these edgy cartoon shows.
Now let me put it out there right now. Hot Topic kids are no different than fucking Pac Sun kids.
Yeah, have you ever been to the Chamonix Mall before?
Yeah, all the time. Well, not all the time.
I used to work there.
I like to go. I like their movie theater.
Yeah, I used to.
There's 24 of those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But
So, anyways, what happened? I understand you were telling me there was a heckler, a Spanish woman heckler.
Oh yeah. Well, most of the crowd was just staff, people that work there. Yeah. They're like, hey, here's a free night of comedy where I work. Maybe I'll take my girlfriend. But then there was a table of people that were staying at the hotel, which is great. That's what I wanted. I was walking around the Marriott. I was like, hey, you like comedy? Come see a show. It's free. What are you doing? What are you going to drink in your room? Yeah. Come on, have a cigarette and then come into this show.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a table, and they're all bus drivers. Like a bus driver union is opening up in Philadelphia, so that's why they're there. And 90% of that crowd, there's only 4 people in that table. 1 out of 4 people, she freaked out. Well, she didn't freak out. She just started talking over the middle.
Okay.
The guy in the middle of the set.
Yeah.
And
they'll be afraid to drop names because no one listens to this.
You know what? I don't know.
Was it an older guy?
His name was Jason, I think.
Jason Hazelwood.
Jason Hazelwood. Okay. Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah,
he's a storyteller guy.
Yes.
And he's telling these great stories, but this lady was talking over him. And I believe his name was Simply D.
Yes.
He said he interrupted her. He's like, "Excuse me, can you shut the fuck up?"
Now, he said that on stage or in the audience?
He said that in the audience.
Now, he said it louder than he kind of whispered.
He said it right to her. Everyone heard it.
Yeah, so Simply D has a very deep voice, so it's hard for him to talk.
And he was like, "Look, this guy's been up here. This guy's waiting to get up here all week to just tell you something, and you're talking over him. It's disrespectful." And she's like, "Oh, you're disrespecting me. You said the F word. Oh, get the fuck. I'm getting the fuck out of here." And she took herself out.
Yeah.
But when Dee came up on stage, he said that she came back and she was like, "Oh, how come?" Oh, he apologized to her, to this
What, tonight?
No, this was last night.
Last night where?
It was at the Ben Salem Marriott.
Ben Salem Marriott.
Just to let you know, I'm recording a podcast. You could be in it, but I just want to let you know just in case you say something crazy.
You run a podcast?
Only 2 people listen to it, him and somebody else.
I really like to hear myself on the podcast, so it makes me feel like I'm doing
He likes to hear it. He thinks he does have a nice, soothing
that's
voice.
The thing is recorded. It's recorded. So it's like recorded funniness. To be like, you cut off. So here's the thing, because I've done this too, the same kind of shit.
This is Michael O'Donnell, by the way.
Podcasts as much as you can, and then get those podcasts, and then learn how to cut it up.
Oh yeah.
So you can be like, these are my funniest stuff.
Yeah, you can get a best of reel.
Exactly, out of shit like that,
Unfortunately, I just put up everything I do. I don't do it that way.
Yeah, you jump through the whole week. It's like living a whole week listening.
Yeah, it's like a shitty reality show. I put me going out to bars, talking to drunk people, open mic coverage like this. Then I do public freakout commentary where I play World Star hip hop videos on my computer. I do topical news, odd news. It's just too. I've been told my podcast is too broad. Yeah. And it is, but I can't. I only get a guest on my show like once a month, like him. He's the only people who want to do my show. So I'm like, I can't do like what Passive Aggressive Hour does. Have like 4 people come in. Yeah. I don't have a studio, I can interview people on Skype. I try to reach out on Craigslist, and some girl will come on and talk about a guy she banged, and then she'll cry after she hears it. I've had that happen. She's like, I'm a kind of a slut. I'm like, it's fine, but it's entertaining. Nobody knows who you are. She goes, but this is bad. I go, no, this is good. People are going to enjoy it. She goes, yeah, but about myself. I go, oh, it's fine. You're just having fun. Yeah. And then, the girl freaks out about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that happened a few times.
I could see it.
This one girl, she had...
it makes you think of, look at your life. It's like a fucking mirror, and it's like, oh, man, my life is kind of fucked up. It's like, yeah, it kind of is,
Yeah, she had overprotective parents, this one girl, so she would, subconsciously get back at her parents, because she had to be in by dark. She was like 21. She would blow every guy she went out with.
Oh,
just blow. And
that's what happens.
Yeah. So... we talked about it. So first she was fine with it. Then when I said, she's like, "Can I hear it?" This is like 5 years ago, and I let her hear it. She said she got really upset. She's like, I didn't realize I sound like a whore. And I was like, "Oh, you're just being open. No one knows who you are." So no one. And she's like, "Yeah." She felt really bad about it and stuff. And I was like, "Well, you want me to take it down? I'll take it down." She's like, "No, it's fine." But she was upset about it.
That's how girls are. They're the oppressed girls. And when I was in high school, I dated only girls at the Catholic schoolgirls, because all day they go to school and they're like, don't suck dicks. You do it, but if you're gonna have sex, there's the kind of girls that are like, okay, I'm not gonna have sex, but I'll do it in the butt. And then there's rebel girls that are like, I'm gonna suck your dick and I'm gonna swallow because fucking I hate my dad.
Yeah,
there's that, definitely. And there's fucking the craziest that I experienced is because I went to Catholic school 12 years.
Sure.
And then I went to state school in college.
Nice.
And then the girls who went to all girls schools, like they got let out of prison and they were fucking everybody.
Wow.
And it was like crazy.
Nice.
And it was like, it's like whatever. It's like, I don't have to deal with it. You got to deal with it.
It's kind of like Rumspringa for the Amish. It's like, I've been Amish all my life, but now I get to go out and drink and play with my dick outside.
Yeah, this is the first time I haven't had someone being like, don't do that, and now it comes out. So. Yeah,
so I interviewed like a few cougars before. They mess around a lot of older guys and stuff. I've interviewed mostly just random people off Craigslist. That's our, the comedy scene. I can't get top-notch comedians on this show. I barely even talk to comics when I come down here. I like being an outsider down here in the city.
Well, for the reference, you don't put yourself out there.
True.
Yeah.
I don't network.
Really
that
doesn't.
much.
I mean, like,
I don't network.
So I was like, hey, what's up? Because, I mean, I know you. Like, you know from, like, the Northeast and shit. Like, you know. But, I mean, when I come down, I'm like, hey, good to see you. You know. But, I mean, you sit by yourself. So you try to talk to other people.
But here's the thing. Like, it's different, though. Because it's like, when I make eye contact with somebody, right away, if I see you, I'm not going to, like, be stuck up. Even though I have no value. But some of the comics down here, I've been seeing them for years, and they see me, and they, like, look away. And I'm like, well, that guy can't want to talk to me. And I could just walk up and say hi, but I know he doesn't want to talk to me. And is it going to hurt to say hi? No. But I'm like, why, though? If I know this person is, like, kind of avoiding me, I'm like, or...
Well, it's kind of weird because, I mean, I would put myself in that camp, too, for a little while. But, like, it's almost like, Josh, I mean, like, there's a difference between, like, you were trying to be a fucking dick, to be, like, overly fucking nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I've seen your shit, and, like, it's not gotten super crowd friendly. It hasn't at all.
Yeah.
It hasn't at all. But, I mean, from a couple years ago, it has.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up to say, but I mean, like, that's exactly, I mean, believe me, a couple years ago, like, Northeast.
Yeah, I do my
like, oh my God.
I do my dirtiest stuff at the cabaret. That's why I love that.
I thought it was funny, like, to have, who was it? Who was before
Matt
you?
Byrne.
Yeah, Matt,
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Byrne. Yeah, Matt Byrne does fucking really
he does risque
hardcore
stuff.
shit, fucked up shit too. That's why I was like, okay, this kind of melds, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, you had a fucking when fucking 2.5 Men was popular. You had the funny bit. You were saying he was saying terrible shit. He's like, man, like that was the tag. It was very funny. I really liked it. Yeah. He's like, man, like I mean, it was like he would say like fucked up shit, like man, like, and like I mean, it was like one of those things that I liked a lot. I thought it was very funny.
I totally forgot about that.
You were doing comedy for 8 years now.
Yeah, but he's been doing it longer. How long have you been doing it, Mike? Over 10?
Stand up since fucking 2000, dude.
Wow.
Shit.
Yeah.
Now, have you taken any breaks or just consecutive?
Total breaks. Yeah, I've taken total breaks, and like, and that's like, I mean, I've written plays, I've written fucking, you know.
You do YouTube videos?
Yeah, I do YouTube videos. My big thing now is like Weird Al parody songs.
You're a libertine.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, look it up later.
Libertine?
Yeah, you're
Tell
like,
him now.
You're like a man who fucking is a playwright and has a lot of hands and a lot of buckets.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of playwrights call themselves a libertine.
Oh, really? Is that what they call themselves?
Yeah, but it's more like on the sense of like yeah, they're a playwright, but they're also controversial.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I look at it as like I write, and what I could do the best and the fastest is parody songs.
Yeah.
So I mean, like once I start doing that, I was like, okay, this is kind of like my thing. Like I mean, like I like stand-up comedy, but I mean, I'm more along the lines of like I like doing stand-up comedy, so I have kind of a hand in this, and that's why I love doing this because I like having a hand of like who's doing it, what's going on, who's being funny, blah blah blah. But I mean, like shit that I've done. A lot of stuff, like, I've had the same material for, like, a long time. You know,
yeah, I remember you doing that, what was it, the curly hair and the talking card?
Yeah, exactly.
And I know, you got more stuff, but you just like to stick to your... Does someone tell you to do your best 5? Because I feel like some comics have a lot more stuff. But someone says, you always do your best 5 because there might be a comedy agent at an open mic with 6 people. And they might pull you aside.
No, not for that stuff. But I mean, honestly, like... If stuff that I'll do on a weekend or like stuff like that I book on a weekend, like and like if people come in here that have never been here, I will give them some weekend stuff because it's like one of those things. Yeah. Like for instance, when those people got walked, you know, like when the dude came up and that guy's funny. Yeah. But I mean, sometimes the only thing you got is like a minute to like sell people in the whole fucking room and the whole situation and be like, look, you got to sit through some shit. Because because people are going through their fucking new stuff and they're trying to get their new stuff down.
Yeah.
But like, if there's enough funny stuff, and like every time we do this, there's enough funny stuff that if you sit through the shit, there'll be enough funny stuff, and there is. But like, I get it at the same time too of people who are just like, oh, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Like I saw this. I saw this based on like a comedy walk up, like because I mean we have like
this is something to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like let's walk up, you know, and like a lot of times if the right person is there and hits at the right time, they'll be like, oh, this is fucking great, you know. But you know, sometimes at the same time, if you walk in and it's in a, you know, a 10 abortion jokes, you're like, you know, what the fuck am I doing?
I felt like they walked in after me. They
I will say
backed
this.
up.
I will say this though. This was fucking like the Northeast shit.
Yeah.
One time, because there used to be, you know, no charge for comedians, but charge if you weren't a comedian, it was $5 if you weren't a comedian.
It's still like that now.
It is.
Yeah.
So one time, right? Fucking this guy, and we've both seen some fucking crazy shit. I've seen more crazy shit, I'm sure. But I saw a dude in a diaper who didn't go up as a diaper, but he had a diaper, like, so he stripped down in his 5 minutes, and he was in a fat guy with a diaper, and like that was like his thing. And just as that happened, like literally like 8 people who were paying were like walking in. I'm like, holy shit, like this is the first impression of like what they're gonna witness, like walking in. And it's like, that's the whole thing, like J-Cat Creole kind of shit, like fucking
party in the UFO,
completely. Like J-Cat Creole is a dude who's like completely insane, and the shit that you see is just like, holy shit, it's ridiculous.
Well, that happened when I did. All right, thanks, Mike.
Hey, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for talking.
See you, man.
Hopefully, see you next month, Mike.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Michael Donnell, he didn't realize he was drunk, and he walked in on a podcast. He regret it, like when he hears this. He'll be like, "What the? I didn't want to do that asshole show." I'm like, all right, cut it out. Yeah, but I forgot where. Oh yeah, so the courtyard. We didn't get a chance to get back to that. Let's get back to that now.
Oh yeah.
So Sleepy D says, "Shut the f up." What am I saying? That fuck.
Oh yeah.
Said the Spanish cunt.
Yeah, she. Oh, during
Jason Hazelwood set. Yes.
She was just she was talking loudly, and she had a lot to drink. And so she said, "Fuck this! I'm gonna leave. People are cursing at me, don't respect me. I gotta leave." And she goes to leave. And I wish I was in the back of the room because I always want to record those fucking things on my phone. But I'm like right in the front of the room. If I just turn around with my phone, maybe that would have taught her something. Maybe
get a really shitty hat and like try to put a hole in it, you know, like a hidden camera thing, you know.
That's good. I like that.
That's what I try to do.
That's devious.
Right.
But so now it's the end of the night. Our featured act. We have Simply D on stage, and he's going up. And is that his name, Simply D?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I keep thinking of D Reynolds or something. But he's doing his set, and she comes back in. She walks back in and sits down quietly, and he sees this, and so he's like, "I just want to say, ma'am, I'm sorry. I apologize for what I said to you. I realize that is not the right thing, and I'd like to take the time to apologize, if you will accept my apology." And she said, "No, I don't accept your apology. Why couldn't you apologize to me in the crowd? Why do you got to do it on stage?"
I like your Spanish girl accent.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I used to
do a bit with somebody. Anything with a bit, it'd be funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, why not? I'm not gonna do one now, but
no. It's about on stage. Like write a bit, any bit.
I'll write a bit with a Spanish lady, a drunk Spanish lady. Does I know how to hang man? I don't know. I always wanted to say mang.
It's funny. They're laughing. They were chuckling. They turned back around.
That's the first time I ever made Josh Shakaboo laugh in front of me.
Really? I think I've laughed at it before. I mean, listen. Here's the thing. I was thinking about this during the show. I was like, I don't laugh. Like most comics don't laugh out loud. You know, like most of us don't. And I was thinking, like, usually when I laugh at something out loud, it's usually something really terrible, tasteless.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, like a cabaret. Like some people think I'm fake laughing, but usually I'll laugh because someone would say something offensive that I think is funny. So I think if I'm laughing at something, sometimes it's a bad thing.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like that was a genuine laugh, but sometimes it's like maybe you're saying something horrible. You know, like I remember one time I was in a car with these Albanian kids,
Albanians, you gotta watch out for them.
I met one Albanian kid in 8th grade.
How do you know they're Albanian?
Well, they told me. I knew it. He went to school with him.
Sure.
So he introduced me to all of his friends. I'm in a car with this guy, I don't even know, this Albanian, one of his friends, and this black guy comes along and he just goes, and he just starts like sitting. So I started laughing just because, you know, I laugh at, yeah. And, you know, but just like, you know, but anyways, yeah, I laugh at stuff. I like most comics, I don't have, you know, a great laugh. It's usually very silent. And, you know,
Sure.
I feel bad because I want to laugh if I hear something funny. But usually I would laugh out loud.
Yeah.
If it, you know, it's just...
I have this friend Travis, and he laughs at everything, but it's all silent. It's like he would laugh, and his face would light up, and he would go, ha, 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 and then the rest is just face.
Yeah.
And it's like, I love his laugh. I fucking love my buddy Travis.
Roger Snare.
Roger Snare?
You know Roger Snare?
Who's he?
The guy who wears the
guy with the
hat.
mustache?
He wears the hat and he goes, ha, ha, ha.
My name is Roger.
Yeah, he laughs out.
I love Roger.
Yeah, Roger Snare usually only laughs at really inappropriate stuff.
Premises.
So that's why he thinks I'm funny. He doesn't know comedy, and he thinks I'm funny just because I say outrageous stuff. So he
That's
goes,
good.
So once I go, Jacoboo, how does it feel to be the funniest guy in the city? I just say that in front of other comics and just look at me and I'm like, oh, it feels great, Roger.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. You're right. I am the funniest guy in the city. And one time at a city open mic, I was just sitting down. He's like, Jacoboo, you're one of the funniest guys. And they all just looked at me and stuff. And I was like, yeah, tell it to them, Roger. And they all just turned around. It was pretty funny.
There's this time at the cabaret where the whole place smelled like a chemical toilet. Like,
the Roger Snare was
like by the bar, it smelled unsanitary. I'm like, well, I'm not fucking buying a drink tonight. It fucking smells like a toilet around here. I went in the bathroom. The bathroom doesn't smell like a fucking toilet.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. So I mentioned it to Roger in the lobby. I'm like, hey, Roger, does it smell like a fucking toilet in here?
I was there that night. I remember this.
And he said, I farted. I'm like, all right. Well, did you stick a couple of urinal cakes up your ass? Because it fucking smells like a chemical toilet in this place.
Funny thing about Roger is when he goes to cabaret, he looks dirty.
Yeah, he does.
Like a homeless guy.
Yeah.
So
does he live in his car?
I think he lives in a rowing home, whatever that is.
A row home.
A row home, whatever that is. So I think it's one of those places like a boarding house or something.
It's like, imagine the building in front of us.
Yeah.
And they weren't shops, they were just apartments that go up.
Yeah.
Like you open the door and it's a flight of stairs, and there's a door right next to that door, and you open up that door and it's not a flight of stairs.
Yeah. So he puts his hands in the pretzels, there's free pretzels at the cabaret.
Oh, yeah.
So the bartender will see that, and he'll just like he try to put his hand on both like these little container things. So the bartender would try to take one and go, okay, you can have that one, and try to put the other one down so he walks away. Because he just put his hands in the pretzels while he's talking to people. And one night at the suburban open mic that's not there anymore, he had a white T-shirt on with a big stain in the middle. And someone was like, I forgot who said it. I wish I heard the person. They said, it was like you ate a deer, killed it, and fucked it. All at the same time.
That's a lot to process at once.
You ran over a deer.
You ate it.
You fucked it.
And you fucked it. Well, there's a lot to eat and there's a lot to fuck. You could do the same thing.
Yeah. So anyways, back to what Michael Donald was saying about I am like standoffish down here.
Right.
But that's because I've been coming down here for years. Some of the guys I've seen for years, and I'm like, I don't get the vibe. It's just a vibe you get. And I'm like, maybe it's wrong, but I'm like, I can say hi to them, sure.
Sure.
But I'm like, but if I see them and they look away, I'm kind of like, well, they don't want to talk to me. And like a good comedy theater, I've been going there for 2 months now.
Yeah.
2 months, every week. And I'll stand like on a side. We're standing right here, and then there'll be like 6 comics where those 2 guys are. And I could say hi to them easy. I can just walk up and go, hey, what's up, guys? But I just don't get the vibe they want to talk to me.
How late is that place open?
It's good because the show starts at 7, and the open mic's usually over 9:30, 10.
It's right around the corner?
So we're on 10th right now. It's 11th.
Well, let's go. Let's check it out.
You want to walk there?
I would love to see this place.
Okay. Yeah, so they do shows like every night, almost every night. So I got on every single week except for 2 weeks because they did an improv show afterwards and they put on limited people. But I've been getting on, and there's usually a little bit of an audience, is why I like it. So
you've been getting on and getting off.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I went out first, and I think the reason why is because the person who hosts it, they can pick their friends first. It's not that random. But she fucked up, and she actually went in the bucket and pulled my name out.
Wow.
And it was awesome. I went out first, and I was like, I was so happy. I was like, I did a set, and then I just left.
I feel a little standoffish towards the Good Comedy Theater because when I started out in comedy,
you've never been there.
I've never been there.
You're standoffish. You've never been.
Well, there you go. I standoffish. I mean, like I kind of have. I don't know. I feel a little nervous going up there because when I started doing open mics in the suburbs, there was this comedian who I knew, and she was doing the open mic, and she's like, anyone come on? And I'm like, well, I would like to try comedy. So I did, and I loved it. I bombed, of course, but I loved it. Getting up there and being an asshole, and I feel like I really found something that I could do.
Yeah.
But
you are good at being an asshole.
Yep. Watch out for the splash. Man's taking a pee. So, human... At least he's not taking poop.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to go... I had to pee so bad earlier. I was going to go behind a dumpster.
You should go behind
that guy. I was going to piss earlier, and then I was actually going to pull out my asshole. Well, you can't pull out your asshole. I was actually going to just stick a wipe up my bunghole.
Yeah.
Because I hate the, the stickage, man. It's just... So anyway, back to your story about the comedy.
So, okay, I did the stand-up. I loved it. And then I reached out to her, and I was like, hey, I would like to... Ever since you shut down the mic, I've been itching to hit up another mic. Do you think you can show me where else I can go? And she kind of like brushed me off. She's like, here's this guy. He manages comedians, but it's in Newtown. I'm like, I don't want to fucking do comedy for people in Newtown. I want to do comedy for people in the city. But I think she's affiliated with this place, so I've been like, she brushed me off 2 years ago, and ever since then I was like, oh, I don't want to show up on her home turf and just like, oh, here comes the suburbs kid, who's friends with my sister or whatever. Fucking, I don't know. So I don't know. I feel like this is her home turf. I didn't want to step on her toes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a cool kids club. It reminds me back in the, like, oh, I would love to go to the punk rock show, but punk rockers are there. I don't know.
So it was a free show at the Marriott, right?
Oh yeah, it was free.
That's cool.
If you had something to do or didn't, you can just hop on in. And that was really cool. Actually, I advertised that on my Instagram. My Instagram is Bill Miller's Dick.
There you go. And anybody listening?
In case if I forget my Instagram name, I can just look up the podcast. But
there you go.
Yeah, I advertised that, and there was a friend of mine who I went to college with, and she's like, "Hey, I host a show in the Northeast at a butterfly pavilion. Her name is Teresa Nutter. She's really great. T-Nut for short. She's a great girl. She got into improv and took improv classes, and I really think that's really cool.
So there's the good comedy theater right there.
She's been doing this thing, and I always assumed it was for improv and not stand-up. And she reached out to me. She's like, I didn't know you did stand-up. I'll have you on my stand-up. And I said, that's great.
So they had the Weeding Out the Stones tonight.
That's awesome.
And then tomorrow they got the show called Get In. Then Friday, they have 3 shows on Friday. 4 shows on Saturday.
Okay. Is there any names on here?
No, no names. But if you go to they have the website right there, and you can go there and Facebook. It's all over Facebook. They post the names and everything.
What is this? E. coli?
Difficult people.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Your mom is funny.
There you go.
That's a pretty tough bill to fill.
Yeah.
You have to push out a human out of your body to get on that bed.
There you go.
Sex with X.
Mm-hmm.
What's my line? Is that a Hughes line thing?
Probably. I stole the idea. Just doing it down here.
Why not? Eat your beats.
That's a freestyle battle rap thing.
No way.
That's cool.
That is cool.
I want to do that, but I would have to ask them.
Dude, you get some gully ass gay rhymes. That'd be awesome.
But usually I stand right over. I stand either right here, and then all the comics will be over there, or I stand right there, and they're all over here. And I don't feel like talking to anybody. I like to come up here, sign up, and I don't talk to anybody.
Oh, you should talk to him.
No.
You should be like, hey, do you know Bill Miller's dick?
I'm like, nah, I don't really.
Have you heard of Bill Miller's dick? You should just introduce yourself.
So here's a quick story. This guy, this is weird.
Thanks for taking me down to the Good Comedy Theater, Josh.
Yeah, it's only 2 blocks.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So there's this guy, one of these pickup guys that I know, and he knows it, and then I've seen him over the years. He didn't stop talking to me, and then but one of his friends wants to get into comedy. His name's Albie or something like that. He sounds like Barat. He has like a funny voice because he sounds like Barat. He literally talks like it's not a bit. He goes, yeah, so I'm going to roast people tonight. So he wanted to roast some of the comics here because he doesn't have an act. So he's like, okay, so I'm going to roast some comics tonight, and it gets really uncomfortable, and it gets really uncomfortable. You know, and he's like, and he didn't really have like strong jokes. You know, he's like making fun of the host. He's like, how do I roast somebody with a meltdown? And I was trying to get, and then he said he was going to make fun of 2 other people, but they left.
All right.
So, but it was funny just because he has like this Barat accent. But he actually walked up to them. He's like, I'm going to talk to these guys because I don't want to make it uncomfortable when I go up to roast them. So he walks up and goes, hey, how you guys doing? And he kind of looks like a taxi driver. He's like Arabian looking, but he sounds like Borat. He has glasses.
He should do a Borat impression.
That's what he should do, because that's why I think it's funny when I hear his.
He'd be like,
good night.
He would be like,
very nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
I realize when I walk with a white person, people think I'm more friendly. See, I have a white guy with me.
Yeah.
So
stick with me, kid. You'll be going to the stars.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the space. We'll go to Mars. We'll populate the planet.
Well, that's what I always felt like when I went on it. Like I haven't dated white girls. We almost held hands. But I used to go on dates with white girls years ago. Back when I used to try, I always felt like people looked at me differently. Not that I was like awesome, but just like I don't know, like more acceptable or something. I don't know. Maybe that's why.
You should bring me when you introduce your resume.
Yeah.
Be like, here's my resume and my white friend.
Yeah. So that's what it is. So it's about value, you know. This is Chinatown.
But so. He does the Borat impression.
No, that's his voice.
But yeah.
He sounds like Borat.
He would talk with his normal voice, and then be like, okay, I'm going to do impressions. My first impression is Borat, and then he goes does the Borat thing, and then he works it into a Kaufman bit, and he's like, okay, my next thing is going to be Elvis Presley. Except, who's Elvis Presley of today, though?
Who's Elvis of today? Bruno Mars?
Bruno Mars. You could do Bruno Mars.
No, Bruno Mars is not as big as Elvis.
Yeah, or he could... Who's Kanye West?
Kanye West.
Well, what if he did a Kanye West impression? A
lot of people don't like Kanye West.
Door down. And how about that one guy that did the Alex Jones impression? That's piss.
Yeah, I stepped in that black guy's hepatitis. The Alex Jones impression?
Yeah. That one comic tonight, he fucking nailed it.
Yeah, he was good. I see he's at Good. I see him at Good. He's good.
He's good. Very good.
I do bad comedy at Good, and he does good comedy. We're on. Yeah, this is the street we're on. Yeah. All right, so you got anything else to say before you wrap this thing up?
No. All I have to say is, if you want to find out what happens next, you'll just have to keep on listening.
There you go. He gets it.
To find out what happens next.
All right, so I did get some coverage last night at the Trocadero open mic with Bill Miller and Mike O'Donnell. You just heard it. And after this topical news clip, I'm going to do about 5 clips of some public freakout commentary. So let's get right to the topical news. Before that, today I was walking around the city, Center City, and I did make an approach. I approached this half-black, she was mostly black, I think she was black and Vietnamese, so that means she likes to cook fried chicken with soy sauce? I don't know, no, that's a bad joke. Fried chicken with noodles? Whatever. Anyways, I got her phone number, but I think it was a wrong number. She flaked because I knew something was up. I actually had the conversation recorded, I'm not going to play it, But I talked to her for about 4 or 5 minutes. She was waiting for her Uber, and I approached her, and I knew something was up because I was getting ready to leave. She said, "Oh, you want to take my number? You want me to get your number?" And I said, "Oh, how about I take yours?" She said, "Okay." I knew something was up, and then I texted her, no response. But anyways, let's get to topical news. I'm kind of bummed out. Jay Thomas passed away, and a lot of people do not know who Jay Thomas is. He's not famous, but he was on Cheers. A very old show. But the reason why I know who Jay Thomas is because he had a radio show on a Sirius XM satellite radio, and this guy who used to, illegally put up all the clips, radio shows for Sirius XM. I used to listen to him. I used to listen to Jay Thomas, and for years until the guy stopped putting them up. And then today I found out he was 69 years old, and he was battling with cancer, which I didn't even know he had. He had some sort of, I don't know. But yeah, he was from Cheers, and he was on Ray Donovan on Showtime, if you watched that show. And he was just awesome on the radio. Such a funny guy. Great storyteller. If you want to look him up on YouTube, he tells the Long Ranger story, which is a story about this guy who played the Long Ranger, getting high with him. It's a great story he told over and over on David Letterman. So rest in peace to Jay Thomas. I'm bummed out. I really am. What else is going on? Amy Schumer, she's in the news again. That pig. She's trying to say that she wants to be paid as much as Dave Chappelle and Louis. Now here's the thing. Amy Schumer does have a big draw. She does have a big fan base, but I mean, come on, let's be honest. I know that you might think I'm saying this because she's a female comic. Amy Schumer is not even. She's not even half as funny. She's not even a quarter. She's not even 10% funny as someone like Dave Chappelle. So if you want to base it on funny, do you really think she should be paid $100 million or whatever those guys got paid? So she's in the news, and I heard she just released a nude pic on Instagram, so she's losing her mind. I'm not sure if she actually stole jokes, but all of her friends defended her. Seems like there's lots of news going on. Everyone's still talking about the Conor McGregor Mayweather thing. Someone says McGregor is having a problem losing weight, making weight. He has all these IV bags and stuff. Jesse Williams fires back at his estranged wife. What else? Man charged after car pulls in the protests of police shooting, hurting 3 people. Altitude sickness killed a 20-year-old hiker. So be careful if you white folks out there who like to go hiking and all that stuff. You know, you could 3 brawls, 8 ejection in a wild Yankees-Tigers game. It says watch A-Rod do push-ups while J-Lo's on his back. So they're still fucking? Wow, maybe it's getting serious. The two celebrities who just can't keep it in their pants decided to they're still going out together. Yeah, so hopefully Jay Thomas is in heaven right now with Dick Gregory and Jerry Lewis and Kevin Meaney. They're all having a big ha up there. Well, if you believe in heaven. It says Kelly wants to control info. Trump sees. Trump faces first crisis. Woman mocked by Steve Buscemi's wife has no regrets. I also heard a story that this pastor wants to eat Nicki Minaj's butthole. He actually said that. And in the house of God, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as it's between a man and a woman. There's nothing wrong with that, folks. Girl scalded with boiling water at sleepover speaks out. I remember that story. We read that, remember? It's about an episode or 2 ago. Boy booted from school because of his long, girly type hair. That's a shame. I feel bad for that kid. He sent him home. More than 24 puppies found in a scorching hot van. So still to this day, people are still leaving puppies and kids. People just hate their kids and puppies. They want them to die. George Foreman praises Trump and slams Kaepernick and Durant. Ooh. Judge Judy reveals how she negotiates her $47 million salary. She goes like this. Hello, I'm the boss, applesauce. Whatever the fuck she says. Pigs rescued from blaze served as sausages to firefighters. Let's read that again. Pigs rescued from a blaze. That's a fire. Served as sausages to firefighters. So a sports fan caught trying to sneak vodka and a sausage, in a sandwich. In a sausage sandwich. So sausage is all over the news, folks. It's everywhere. Stunning new info into Natalie Holloway case emerges. Just talking about hollering his wife. Parents of killed tourist revealed why he was abroad. Embarrassing photo of Tom Cruise is really going viral. What is it? Him in like one of those airlift type shoes? One of those elevator type shoes, boosting him up? Oh yeah, Hillary Clinton is putting out an audio book, and she was talking about how it was creepy that Donald Trump, I think I talked about them in the last clip, but yeah, they're playing on all the radio shows. She's a wacko. She still can't get it in her head. And I have a troll account on Facebook, and I just found out there's 2 female comedians last night were trashing my set. One of them, I'm not going to say her name, but she's the type that she always has to start shit. You know, all she cares about is harassment between men and, you know, men harassing women. Like, she's all over the Louis C.K. thing and everything, but she posted something like, I'm all for men telling hacky rape jokes, but why say Bill Cosby when I say Louis C.K.? And in my head, I'm like, well, the reason why I said Bill Cosby was because when I wrote that joke, the tagline is Bill Cosby, and even if that's old, it's like Louis C.K., no one knows if that's true or not. I mean, it could be true, but some, like Jim Norton defended Louis C.K. today, and then the other female comic cunt said something like, if your rape joke doesn't work at this open mic, it won't work anywhere else. So the funny thing is, these 2 female comics have no clue that I know what they're saying about me. But there's nothing I can do. I mean, I'm not going to tell them. I mean, but on my troll account, I'm starting to find out people are saying things about me, which is awesome, because it's all going to blow up in their fucking faces. Well, anyways, folks, I'm going to do some public freakout commentary, and then we'll go from there. You sit right there, or you keep listening right there, and all that. Alright, so let's get some public freakout commentary going on. I just watched Zeus's 2 new episodes, episode 69 and episode 70. And episode 70, I didn't find any clips worth pulling, but the episode 69 one is fire. There's 5 clips I want to play. Episode 69 is totally worth watching. So let's go to that now. And then I went to the other YouTube channel, Online Fails. And there's so many videos, and I already seen most of them, so we'll save that for next week. I mean, I already had enough coverage and such for this episode, so let's do 5. We're going to go to the 3.35 minute mark, and this is a girlfriend argues over who owns the house. And a lot of people are trashing her in the comments. This guy pays the mortgage, and she's trying to kick him out of his house, which is, you know, very common in the female cunt psyche. So let's get to this. Let's hear it. There's really cool Spanish music going on in the background. And by cool, I mean, you know, all over the place.
I told you to get the fuck out. Leave. You don't want to leave. Leave. Peacefully. Leave. Be dignified and leave.
No, I am dignified.
You're not dignified.
You're the one that's disrespecting yourself by talking to me the way you're
There's a roach up there. No, that's not the point. I told you to leave.
You're the way.
Ah, there's a roach up there. Thanks for pointing that out. And by the way, he's smoking a cigarette. She's drinking water. There's beer bottles all over the place. You hear the salsa music. It's a fucking fiesta. Eee!
You're disrespecting yourself by talking to me like that.
No, I'm not. I told you to leave.
Plain and simple.
You don't want to leave.
Because I would never talk to somebody like that. Because so many people that got your back, right? They don't got your fucking back because they know that you're fucked up.
Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck either. You're the one who's gonna give a fuck.
Yeah, you're in my house and you disrespect me.
No, this isn't your fucking house. This is you own this house. You paid it off.
It's mine.
This is not your fucking house.
Really?
When you pay it off, it's your fucking house.
No, it's my house.
You're paying mortgage, so this isn't your fucking house. Guess what? It is.
Oh, so whose is it? Yours?
It's the bank's house. Ha.
You dumbass.
When you pay it off,
I got
then
what
it's
you
your
ain't
house.
got.
Then it's your house. This isn't your fucking house.
Yeah, it's my house.
It's the bank's house.
No, it's my.
It's not the bank's house until the bank takes it back, or before somebody leases it or rents it from the bank. As of right now, once you live in it, yes, it's yours. It's like if you finance a car, it's your car. You still have to make payments on it, and if you decide to give it back or they take it from you, then it's not your car. You stupid cunt.
House.
Figure that one out.
Trust me, really?
It's the bank's house.
Really? It's the bank's house.
When you pay it off,
How do you know
your
if
car,
I didn't pay it off?
That in your fucking car. When you pay it off, then it's your fucking car.
Doesn't
Thank
matter.
you. I'm not fucking stupid. You think I'm fucking stupid?
Still my shit.
That is such a typical Hispanic female thing. Bill Miller can do an impression of this. Do you think I'm fucking stupid? Do I look fucking stupid to you? Pablo Francisco, the comedian, used to do that. Oh, God.
It's just me and you. We're talking
It's
human to
still my
human.
shit.
It's not about your shit and your shit. I'm talking human to human.
I don't give a fuck. No, you're not acting like a human.
No, you're not either.
My house.
You're not either.
That's my fucking property. Get the fuck out.
Oh my goodness. You're ridiculous.
No, you're ridiculous. You're a drunk, retarded person.
Too. You're drunk, retarded as well.
But I'm in my house. I'm not bugging you. You came here to fuck around.
I did.
So get the fuck out.
Those were my intentions.
Get the fuck out.
You get the fuck out.
Out of
I don't think either one of them are going to get the fuck out. It's just going to argue all day.
my house?
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Okay, I will.
Get the fuck out.
I'm gonna.
Alright, so that's the end of that one. She had a smile on her face the whole time, so I'm pretty sure after this they fucked. Now we're going to go to the 9.51 minute mark. And this guy, these are neighbors arguing over a raccoon. It's kind of a weird white trash type argument, but it's silly. So let's get into this.
I'm not gonna argue with you. Okay? Like I said, you can't do this. No way. Look who's talking. Really? I'm not an idiot. No. Prove it to me that you don't want me running down the street. You never hold a raccoon as a pet and throw him away. Yes, you can. No, you can't. Just because you're a kid doesn't mean everybody else. I am not an idiot. Don't be my daughter.
So I guess the argument is one of the neighbors has a raccoon as a pet, and they're trying to say you can't have a raccoon as a pet. And she's saying yes, you can. A raccoon is kind of like an endangered species, but I don't know. I guess I would side with the person who does not have the raccoon as the pet. But let's hear more.
Listen, people! Nobody agrees with your raccoon. I'm calling 911 right now. It's coming.
Go ahead.
I don't agree with this.
Later, if you agree with it. The thing is fine.
I have people yelling at my wife.
That's because she's yelling at my daughter.
Your daughter swore at my wife.
It's poor. How's that?
I have one question for the neighbors that own the raccoon. Where's the cream filling? Remember that commercial? All right.
Come on, Liz.
Thank you. Like I said, I hope you're happy. I bet I am. I'm so satisfied. Just because she's a child does not mean she doesn't have an opinion. And just because you're an idiot and can't figure out how to deal with life. You know what? I don't have to be a genius to understand. Obviously you do because you can't figure it out. Okay, thank you. Thanks for the education. You need one.
Your dog's already been a kid.
Yes, she did, and I took care of it.
I killed an animal.
Yes, she
Good
did.
animal.
She's also a pit bull, and
And I
there's
don't
nothing
like
issue with smaller animals.
Take Jackie's here. I don't like it.
I don't care. You live here. I live there. So what at the end?
Go. The police are coming. We'll go to your house.
Go ahead, Mr. Alcoholic. And don't ever ask my child to take free lessons for free. That's pervert action.
Free lessons.
Yes. Free gymnastic lessons for my 10. You're the one who said it. She came home begging me. And I said only perverts do that.
Wow. All right, so I actually didn't want to say anything towards the end there. It was so entertaining. All right, so we get to the next clip. This is this Mexican guy leaves his truck in the middle of the street, and he blasts his mariachi music, and this white guy yells at him and threatens to beat him up. But it just sounds racist because he's like, "I hate your fucking music" and all this stuff. So let's play this shit right here.
7 a.m. Saturday morning. Nobody even in the fucking car. Is that your truck? Next time you leave it like that, I'm gonna fuck it up. Alright? 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Okay. Sick and tired of having to hear you fucking people all the time.
What do you mean by you people, man?
Alright? I'm not playing around anymore. Next time I have to come down here, I'm gonna fucking lose it. And people are gonna get the shit beat out of them. Do you understand me?
So that was a little too extreme. This guy's gonna get fucked up. This guy sounds really out of shape. He's breathing heavy. And there's two Mexican guys there. I'm pretty sure that they put on a ski mask and cracked this guy's ankle when he wasn't looking. You don't make a threat like that to a bunch of Mexicans. You better be careful, man.
I don't give a shit if you live here. You park here all the time in that truck. I have to hear mariachi music through my window all the fucking time. Next time I come down here, I'm swinging. Do you understand me?
Wow. Swinging. I'm pretty sure he won't do shit, but that's a threat right there. And he actually filmed it. He actually filmed his own threat. Alright, 2 more clips left. This next one is pretty funny. The visual's funny. If you want to check it out for yourself, go to the 17:56 minute mark and episode 69. And this guy is in a cab, and the cab is I guess he wants to kick the guy out. The guy won't leave, and then as they keep arguing, the guy jumps in the guy's cab again, and then he leaves the cab's door open. And the cab's door hits like 2 cars and scratches their car. And then the two cars he ends up damaging, if you can follow along with this, they end up yelling at the cab driver. It's like, hey, your fucking car hit me. You better pull over and get my insurance. So this one's weird, man. This happens like obviously in some sort of bar scene late at night. So let's get to this. This is pretty damn good.
No, call the cop. Mama, wait. Yeah, take it. Good, right there. What's your license?
So this guy, so the cab's moving while this guy is sitting with the door open because this guy won't get out. It's pretty. And I think a black guy's filming it, and he's loving every minute of this.
Because I have a license as well. Take his license. Call the cop. Go ahead. Call the cop. My hopes are baby. Get in.
Oh, so here's where it happens. So, the cab tried to drive away. The guy runs after the cab, opens the cab back door, and as he opens it, he ends up hitting this parked van, and everyone's like, "Oh shit!" And now hit another car. Yeah, so I end up hitting 2 cars. Everybody's yelling and having fun, and then the people are gonna get mad at the cab now, like he did it because it's his car.
You got it? Thank you. Wait. No, you just hit my car. Where you going, man? I don't give a fuck. You just hit my car. Pull over. I got your license plate. No, make sure you don't drop plates, son. Yeah? You got into an accident for fucking up. What did you do? He didn't want to take us. It's like you're always 2 shoes drunk and which now he gets fucked up.
And I kind of feel bad for the cab driver because even though, this guy, is probably being a drunk asshole, because of that, this guy, he slams the car door into 2 cars, and now this cab's being responsible for it. The guy's just trying to make a living. So I kind of side with the cab driver on this, even though cab drivers can be animals too. But doesn't matter what I think. I'm just here to jack off to this stuff.
He didn't want to take us. End of story. That's it.
I like how the camera guy, he's doing like a JoshCast kind of thing. I'm jealous.
Set up and written.
Oh, that's Alex Jones. Ugh. All right, so now we're going to get to the 20. This is the last clip. We're going to go to the 2040. Where am I? 2045 minute clip in the video. And this drunk guy in a suit, drunk white guy in a suit, is a Trump supporter. And he starts arguing with people, telling everybody to suck a dick. He's just fucking going on a rant, and it's pretty funny. And we'll end the segment on this. So let's hear this.
Anybody? I'm gonna fuck him. I'm gonna put my teeth in his mouth.
Oh, hey.
I work for Trump.
So he's arguing right now with like this big black lady. This is pretty funny.
I'm sorry. I just want my cock in your mouth. Yeah?
He wants to stick his cock in her mouth. I love the fact that this guy, you can tell he's a Trump supporter. I want to be this guy's friend. He's awesome.
I want my cock in your mouth.
Both of you and your mama on first. Okay?
Talk to Obama. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, sandwich. You.
He's clapping his hands back and forth like he's fucking Obama. This guy's hilarious, man. Ah, man. I gotta start going to New York more. So much content on the subways. I can JoshCast all day.
Loser. You have no money and you're a piece of shit.
That's what you are right about now. A loser.
Are you getting off the train? Fuck you. Piece of trash. Oh, are you white? You like Trump? Do you suck dick? Do you suck dick?
Yo, this nigga.
He just said to a white lady, an old white lady, "Are you white? Do you like Trump? Do you suck dick?" And a black guy's like, "Oh shit, nigga." He's loving it.
Have fun. Do you suck dick?
Yo. Good call.
Do you suck dick? Do you suck dick?
He's yelling at this white blonde chick now. This is hilarious.
I
love
like
you.
pussy. You're gonna come by any problem. What time is it? Like 2 p.m. problem.
120.
What?
120. 120.
120. Do you suck dick? Do you suck dick?
Good call.
I love dick.
What?
I like pussy. I mean,
He said, "I like dick." I mean, I like pussy. That's how drunk this guy is. How did you not know what do you like? Damn, this guy's fucked up.
He's confused. He's on. Yo. I think you're broke though. I don't think you have
no. Say 230.
Give me $100. I'm homeless. Because of Trump.
Alright, so I'm going to stop it here. It goes on for like another minute. But anyway, that will conclude the public freakout. There's so many, so I might have to do a whole episode to catch up, but save some for next week. And we'll keep going from there, alright? If you jerk off and you pre-cum a little bit, but then you stop jerking off, does it still count? Does that mean you actually came? It's Saturday night here. Don't mind what I just said. And, yeah, everyone's talking about the Conor McGregor-Mayweather fight. It's 7:39 right now. I can care less. I mean, really, I think a lot of white people want McGregor to win. A lot of black people want Mayweather to win. I'm sick of everybody talking about it. That's all there is. I don't think there's any news going on or anything. It's just, that's all I hear. Does anybody else want to talk about anything else? That's what I want to say. Taylor Swift dropped a new single. I've heard it. It sounds like shit. the last single she put out, the day is gonna hate. I mean, it was catchy. You gotta admit, even if you hate that kind of music, it was catchy. But, this song, whatever it's called, sucks. Okay? But she has a lot of fans. So, Hurricane Harvey kills at least one person as Storm moves in. Look, it's sad, man. It shows this fucking this house upside down. It must suck to know. I mean, as much as I complain about Philadelphia weather, surveillance camera captures porch pirates' unusual getaway vehicle. So I guess they steal things off a porch. Death of a 2-year-old girl at a daycare being investigated as a homicide. Trump mask wearing condo manager accused of terrorizing residents. I know a comedian, this guy Andrew Mahan, who runs around in a Trump mask. Man exposes himself to women along hiker's trail. So this guy was showing his dick to everybody. Hey, look at my cock. Girl reunited with man who saved her from vicious dog attack. Did she blow him? Okay, that's not funny. She's like fucking 8 years old or something. Customers who spent $20 give their waitress an envelope to open later, and it says, God loves you. Well, okay. A tattoo parlor offers anyone with gang and hate tattoos a second chance, so you can go in there, and I don't know if it's free. Maybe they give you a discount, and they can maybe change their tattoos. Taylor Swift's going back to the VMAs, where another black man would run on stage and say she didn't deserve it. Beyonce did. Bill Mueller says Ivanka Trump is a disappointment. And I heard a woman tried to look like Ivanka Trump. She had 13 plastic surgeries. So like our hot first lady. Big fight sells short on tickets for Las Vegas main event. You mean nobody wants to see this fight? Come on. It's got to be entertaining. A little bit of gas, hopefully tonight. Tonight's going to be a sober commentary with drunk people, of course. I might be meeting some new dude. Not a date, alright? Don't make fun of me. I meet random dudes time to time. Dudes want to hang out, but girls don't. They're lost. Woman's chick transformation leaves her in tears. I can't read, folks. I don't think there's anything going on against Casey Affleck and excellent confirms rumors about Ben Affleck. Okay, so everyone's going to be talking about the McGregor-Mayweather thing. McGray-weather, I call it. And who gives a shit is what I say. They're both going to be rich as fuck, and they already are rich as fuck. So, sober commentary with drunk people, and then we'll wrap this podcast up with more topical and odd news. You stay where you are, Mr. or Mrs., most likely Mr. Alright, sober commentary with drunk people. Old City. It's 1:59 right now. And I'm going to talk about my night last night. And then talk about tonight. Last night was just a fucking dull night. Tonight was an interesting night. So last night I got to Morgan's Pier around 9:30. And I only made one approach. I don't know why, but I make up these pickup lines in my head. My pickup line was, I said to this black chick that I was attracted to, I said, hey, you ever wish upon a shooting star? And she said, no, I haven't. She kind of smiled, and I should have followed up with it, but I didn't. And then I saw her outside, on the bench. And, last night Morgan's Pier was packed last night. I would say more people, usually on a Friday, than it normally was. Yeah, I ran into Kyle, if you know who he is. Kyle's one of these pickup guys. He's a RSD dude. And he's a weird guy. Like, he kind of, he said hi to me, and then he goes, how's your night going? And I always feel like he's condescending. He said to me, do you ever think about going to the gym? And he's one of these guys, he doesn't do shit. He doesn't approach. He hangs out with other guys and waits for them to open, and then he jumps in like a little pussy. And I said, yeah, I do go to a gym. I just eat like shit. He said, you ever think about not eating like shit? And I'm like, well, it's not that easy, dude. I don't have a job. He's like, why don't you have a job? He's like, just fucking pretty much attacking me. Just pretty much, and stuff. So I said, okay, whatever. So I walked away from him, sat down, I came back, and then he invited me to hang out with him and his friend. And they made an approach, and then I just left. I went back to Old City, and nothing happened at all last night. Like, that's all that happened. Can you believe it? But tonight, a little bit more stuff happened. Old City was dead. A little bit more dead than usual because of the fight Stupid fight. So I got down here around 9:30. I met up with this new guy. That's right. I met up with a dude. His name's Raj. I don't know if his name is Raj or Roj or something. Let's go with Raj. He's off Reddit. That's where I met him off of. And he was this 32-year-old Indian guy. And it's kind of weird because we kind of started off at the wrong foot, I guess you could say, because he seemed like he was getting he was getting aggravated at me because he said something like I was being too negative. But he asked me a question, I answered it. He said I told him I don't really approach much anymore, and he said, why not? And I said, well, I don't have a job right now and stuff. And then he goes, oh, you're kind of bringing me down. And I'm like, well, you asked me a fucking question. I answered it. So we were actually arguing like the first, I would say, hour of the night. Not back and forth, like yelling at each other. I didn't think that we were going to make it through the whole night. Because, if somebody asks me a question, I'm going to answer it. I don't care if the person gets upset. I don't care if they think I'm being a negative Nelly. The guy asked me why I don't approach it. And I said, well, I don't have a job right now. I live home with my parents. Plus, I'm out of shape. But he felt like I was giving him my whole life story. So then we start talking outside Morgan's up here. We went to Morgan's again because Old City was dead. And we start talking, and all of a sudden, I make some approaches. I used to shoot in Starline a few times. And then I see these 5 white girls walking by. And I'm like, hey, open these girls. Approach them. And he's like, nah, it's just, there's no point. Why bother? And so I approached them. And the Shooting Star line actually made a lot of girls smile tonight. Nothing hooked or anything. And then suddenly I go, hey, man, I got to call you out on something. How come you're not being negative? He goes, what do you mean? I go, you just said I'm being negative. Because I'm talking, I go, stuff like that. I go, how are you not being a negative? How are you not being fucking negative? I just asked you to open. You didn't have to. You don't have to approach me. You said, oh, why bother? Isn't that negative? He goes, well, there was 5 girls and there's no point. I didn't want to say something stupid. I go, who cares? Why not just approach them? So it's kind of funny how he's attacking me for being negative when I'm at least trying. So we were actually arguing a little bit more on our walk back to Old City. We actually walked back and forth. We walked to Old City, went inside Nationals. Nationals was dead. We didn't do a fucking thing. He opened up these white girls, and they wanted nothing to do with us. We left there, walked back to Morgan's Pier, and I only had $2 on me because I bought a PBR. I only brought $6 with me, and he said, it's all right, I'll spot you $3. So we went inside Morgan's. So in Morgan's, I danced with this, she looked like she was Dominican, either Dominican or black, very dark Hispanic-looking girl. I danced with her for a little bit. I made a few dance approaches tonight. I used my Shooting Star opener a lot. And as far as the dude goes, we started getting along a little bit more. I guess that he just felt that I was being negative, but I wasn't. I was just being honest with the guy. Like, I'm just an honest guy. And maybe if that's the reason why I don't have friends, or that's the reason why people don't want to hang out with me, that's fine. But I'm not going to sit here and, if somebody asks me a question, I usually, answer it honestly. So he felt that, that I was being whatever, negative. Anyway, so he actually doesn't drink, and he doesn't go out of bars at all. He had a cup of vodka to loosen up, and he made a few approaches. I'm not sure what he said. He got blown out. I got blown out. I tried to dance with some girls. There was cute girls there, but Morgan's was actually not packed. Usually on Saturday night it's mobbed, and it wasn't. And then I got back here to Old City around 1:35, and I've been sitting here at my spot across from the Lucha for the last, I would say, 20-something minutes, resting my feet, my tootsies. Because, man, it is fucking, I'm a chubby guy and I need to walk, but I've been walking a lot. I mean, I walked back and forth. Think about it. I walked to Morgan's, then back to Old City, then Morgan's, and back to Old City. It's enough. 3 times. So tonight was actually an interesting night. So we kind of got along towards the end, but it's weird with these pickup guys. I got to say, I've been meeting these, I call them pickup guys, guys to do pickup with. I've been meeting them for I would say almost 10 years off and on. And I've met a lot of different dudes, all different, backgrounds and all that stuff, all different ethnicities. And, I don't really get along with almost any of them, Maybe, I guess it's me. Because there's guys who don't want to approach, and they don't want to do anything, right? And those are the guys who want to hang out with me. He was following me around the whole time. He does daytime approaching in University City. And then there's the guys who do approach. are assholes towards me. They're like douchebag comedians. You know, they act like they don't know who I am and they're too good to talk to me. And then there's other guys who are cool, but just like that Kyle guy, for example. You know, guys are fucking you know, he can be cool at times, but he's kind of a douchebag. You know, why don't you work out? Why don't you go to a gym? Oh, so I can just stand around like you with my phone? Listen, what I did tonight is more than what he does in a month. I at least danced with some girls. Yeah, I said some stupid stuff tonight using my shooting star line, but you know what? It was fun. Fuck it. Also, another thing that happened tonight was I told the Indian guy, hey, let's go approach these two. They were like kind of like chunky white girls. And he said, nah, they look kind of intimidating. So I came over and I said, I'm going to approach them. So it took me a little while. And I said, hey, I was going to come over with my friend. And he said he kind of looked intimidated. One of them turned right away from me. And I called her out on it. I said, wow, you really don't want to talk to me. She said, no, I'm just being a bitch. And I said, that's okay. Also, I used the shooting star thing on this Indian girl. I was trying to introduce herself to me. I tried to introduce her to me. And she walked away from me. But her girlfriend, this white girl, was nice to me. She said, oh, she's shy. But her friend was really drunk. And she didn't want to. I saw her all, like, you know, running. She was bumping into everybody tonight, you know. But Morgan's was actually good because of the volume. Like I said, usually it was the opposite. Usually Friday nights are, you know, low key. It was packed there last night, and then tonight it was actually like how it was on a Friday night. It was kind of because of the fight, I guess. I was watching that stupid fucking fight. It was actually not as crowded, so you can actually move around, not get bumped around as much, you know, less nonsense. So let's see what time it is. 2:08 right now. I guess I'm going to walk around towards the action. I guess I'll do my loop around thing. So I had a PBR tonight. I actually wasted $3.50. You know, I could have saved myself $3.50 because, you know, I didn't have to get that PBR. It did nothing for me. You know, but I felt stressed kind of when I got down there. I kind of felt like I needed the drink. All right, now I'm walking. I'm gonna walk instead of walking towards the action. I'm gonna loop around. I'm gonna walk past the Nationals, and then I'm gonna walk down. Market Street, and then towards Market Street, I'm going to, you know. Yeah, tonight was a decent night. I guess it's nice to I'm not used. It's nice to hang out with some people. You know, usually I go solo. But, you know, like I said, I know I can be, you know, negative at times, but I'm just like, dude, I wasn't like, and then he tried to give me advice and say something like, girls don't like, I go, you think I approach girls? You think I walk up to them and I'm like, hi, my name's Josh, and I'm really depressed, and like, why the fuck would I approach anybody like that? Unless I was doing it, I know that shit wouldn't work. So, anyways, the guy was an okay guy. I was thinking to myself when we were kind of hanging out at first, I was like, there's no way we're going to make it through the whole night. I was actually getting ready to say to him, you know, we can just cut this night short. You know, you can just go do your own thing. Because you know, we were arguing. Like, you know, married couple. And I was like, it's enough. Passing by the mechanics. Wow, it's so dead out here in Old City. Usually when I pass by National Mechanics, that's the place with the big library steps. Usually there's people sitting around and talking. It's completely empty. Not a single not one person is standing there. Not one. So Old City was dead. Maybe, plus it's last 2 weeks of the, you know, summer. It's, people on vacation and going away, and plus all that stupid fucking fight too. Actually had a lot to do with it as well. So yeah, last night nothing really happened. It's amazing how last night was so dull. And tonight, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but and usually it's the opposite. Usually Friday nights are the more interesting nights, you know. So, but it was the opposite this week. Let's see what's going on here. Past the 7-Eleven. See how quiet it is? Usually it's like so fucking loud you can't even talk. But I'm going to be going to the action shortly. And there's definitely people out here. But last night was like a Saturday night. When I got to Old City last night, because I didn't get down. Last night I got down about same time. 1:30, 1:40 I got down here. Old City was like a Saturday night. Lots of people outside the bars. Lots of street harassment. I should have did my coverage last night, but I wouldn't be able to get tonight. But I could have just added that on.
Where's Chuck Cakes going?
Alright. Yeah, the pizza shop, you get slices. It's not crowded. Last week there was a line outside the door. I don't have really anything to really say. I'm gonna have to edit out these spacings. There's a dude with his shirt off. What the fuck, dude? I just said it was hot out here. It's not hot. It's cool tonight. I'm wearing jeans. I don't understand why. Tonight and yesterday. Wow. So, I was looking at this. I was trying to say something. Last night and tonight, I wore jeans with no underwear because it's getting nice, getting cooler out. It's not as humid. Looking outside the Cuba Libre, there's two girls waiting for an Uber. Then there's one guy wearing a suit talking to two girls. He's talking to the uglier one. That's a good strategy. Then there's a group of people taking selfies. And as I was talking about the jeans thing, I saw a black girl with huge tits. And I was distracted. Usually the ass distracts me. You know, I like a big old butt. But it was the rack this time, which, you know, it does happen. Yeah, it was just good. I like it out here when it's like this. I don't like when it's dead, because when it's dead, that sucks. But I like it when it's, you know, good volume. You know, and tonight was definitely good volume. It's 2:14 right now. You know, I should have stopped recording probably in a few minutes. I still got about maybe 8 minutes to record, but I don't know if anything interesting is happening. Usually there's stuff all over the place happening. The streets are clearing up very fast. Blue Martini, the last couple weeks have been crazy mobbed. Blue Martini is pretty much just nothing. There's like a couple people just talking to the bouncer. Same thing with Cuba Libre. Plowing the Stars has a few people out there. And look, it's just... it's shitty. It's not great at all. It's not a lot of action going on. I'm just wasting time yapping. But maybe sometimes when you stop recording, that's when the action happens, you know? But, yeah, so yeah, as far as the other guy goes, I'm not sure if I'll hang out with him again. But he's more of a day person, but he said next week if you want to hang out again, we can go to Fishtown and check out this bar called The Garage or something. It's one of these hipster bars, and I don't know. I mean, I tried to hang out in Fishtown before. Now the South 2nd Street is mobbed. Holy shit. It doesn't look crowded out here, but it is fucking mobbed, man. Right where I'm standing at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like 20-something cars down this small street. So, people waiting for their Ubers. Lots of horns going to be beeping. People going to be beeping a horn at each other. You got guys blasting their music. Once again, hoping a girl's going to jump in their car and suck their dick. That works. That never works. Oh, yeah, so another part, the guy, what's his name, Raj, he got mad at me. I mean, not mad, we got aggravated at me. I told him, I said, dude, I've been going to bars for a while. Girls go to bars for attention. He said, no, they go to meet guys. I'm like, yeah, for attention. That's my whole point. They're not, you're saying like they're looking for dick. They know they can get dick. That's why, if they're looking for dick, why wouldn't they all go home with somebody? It's rare that any of them go home with somebody. They're going out for attention. He doesn't get that because he doesn't go out. So I was like, dude, I go out. You say you don't even go out at night. I'm not a professional, but I've been doing this for long enough to know. And he's like, no, man, they go out to meet guys and everything. Some of them are looking for guys. I'm like, ugh, why am I wasting my time? And it's like I'm talking to somebody who doesn't do comedy. You know? I'm talking to someone who doesn't do comedy, and they're trying to tell me something about comedy. And I'm like, really, dude? You know? Do you do comedy? You know, you kind of get that ignorance. from having experience. Oh yeah, this happened last night. I just remembered. Last night there was this like motorcycle gang on Columbus Boulevard at this red light, and this chick was behind this guy's motorcycle. So at the red light, she lifted her dress up and shaked her ass. She put her dress like as a thong and shoved it up her ass, and she started shaking her ass right in traffic. I don't know if she had panties on or not. And then, you know, the gang took off. It was fucking crazy. And it wasn't a lot of people, so not a lot of people saw it, but she wanted everyone to see her ass. There's this guy with his head out the back window, this drunk black guy. He's yelling at these two girls. See, that still counts as street harassment. Yeah, as far as, you know, there was lots of cute white girls out tonight. I mean, listen, I don't care personally. I don't care if these girls are white, black. I'm just a horny guy trying to bust a nut with a lady. You know, once again, preferably not hairy or disgusting or, you know, one of those big fishy guts or anything. I'm not very choosy. I have no reason to be. I'm chubby. But I am, tonight was a lot of cute blondes. A lot of cute white girls out tonight. Didn't approach really any. I mean, only a few I actually approached. There's a lot of them. A lot of cute white girls out tonight. Sometimes, you know, you go out. There's lots of... Most of the girls... Sometimes I go out. A lot of girls I'm attracted to are black. Some nights I go out. Most of the girls I'm attracted to are white. But I realize it doesn't matter because it's all pink in the inside, as they say. As you know what I mean. You know what I mean? I mean, I just don't care, really. I have no right to be choosy. It's... Yeah, but the train probably comes in the next 10 minutes, so I'm not going to bother with that. The other guy took Uber. The guy I was hanging out with tonight, he said, "Oh, University City's far from here." I was like, "No, it's not. By car, it's not. Unless you're walking, it is. Even if you're walking, it wouldn't take that long. If I walk from here, well, from here, yeah, but not from you know, he took an Uber. I was like, you could have just took the train, you know." But I guess he's new to the city. I don't know how long he's been here, so he probably didn't. He probably didn't go there. He probably didn't be there for the longest time. Everyone's just acting like they don't fucking see me. Two faggots. Sitting there and they don't got the balls to approach two girls. I'm sitting here trying to tell my story. These two fucking faggots just fucking almost walk into me. They see me by myself. Yeah, so this guy in a suit who I usually see standing by himself, he's talking to this chubby Asian girl. And I seen her last week, actually. This girl is thirsty for attention. She always sits outside the bar, and I said, why don't you just get some dick already? I mean, really. I don't get these hoes. Like, you know, you go out so much for attention, and I know that they don't need to fuck a guy because they get so much attention. I get that. But it's like, why don't you just get some dick? You know? Clearly you need some dick. There's lots of guys out here who need loving. Go home with a guy and fuck him. But, once again, as I tried to say to the guy earlier who didn't realize it, he doesn't know shit. These girls are, you know, just looking for attention, and they all go home, you know, by themselves. But tonight I only spent about, I spent $7. Yeah. Or $6. That's all I had in my wallet. I spent $6 for 2 nights out. That's not bad. That's not bad, actually, for 2 nights out. You know, for a cheap guy like me who has no job. So I'm going to wrap up the sober commentary right now. I'll be at for 22 minutes and said nothing. And hopefully next week will be better. But that's all we can hope for, right? All right. Yeah, next segment. Let's do it. Okay, I've never done this before, but I have to add one more thing to the sober commentary with drunk people that I forgot. When me and the guy Raj were walking down the first time to Columbus Boulevard when we first met, there was this party bus that came by, this yellow party bus. And they were like, woo, yeah, it was a bunch of white people. And I didn't even acknowledge them because they looked like white nationalists. And then the guy Raj was like, yeah, woo. And the guy was like, hey, show us your tits. And then the guy Raj said something like, yeah, your girlfriend or something like that. And I just ignored him. I totally forgot that happened. All right, yeah, that's it. I'm at the train station now. Okay, wrap it up. Alright, I'm actually walking up to my house right now. It's 3-something in the morning. I just remembered another thing that happened last night to add on before we wrap this up. This guy in a bar showed his ass to these bachelorette party girls because it was one of their challenges. And I'm surprised the bouncers didn't see it and didn't get kicked out. It was disgusting. Alright, enough. Alright, it's Sunday night here. Let's wrap this episode up. You just heard sober commentary with drunk people with bonus footage. I'm not sure if you guys liked that or not, but I added some more stuff on that I totally forgot about. Well, let's get to the topical news. Conor McGregor, of course, he lost the fight. I found that out last night after I did the sober commentary thing. He lost in the 10th round with a TKO. Not surprised. Everyone say, oh, he's 40. Who cares? The guy's never lost a fight. I don't want to spend all day talking about that. They both made a lot of money, so there was no loser, right? Who cares? What else? It says Claudia Schiffer stuns at 47. I'm talking about girls who still look good in their 40s. Who cares? You know, if you're Hollywood and you got money, it's easier. You know, you can hire a personal trainer. You know, you can fucking eat expensive, healthy food. It's pretty easy. It says 911 is not responding to Houston's pleas for help over social media. This Hurricane Harvey thing is fucking disgusting. Texas expected more rain after massive flooding. And I heard they had to send all these, workers, all these fucking, it says here, Uber driver rapes woman after she falls asleep in car. This has been happening quite a bit. And I'm glad I don't drive Uber anymore. Not only because the money was shitty, but, you're hearing this more and more, But at the same time, even though I'm not going to defend these rapists, it's, people throw drunk girls in their car and girls get in guys' car. But even though these guys are pieces of shit, you can't just get inside some guy's car drunk and passing out, So, but still, yeah, I'm glad I don't drive for Uber anymore because I look like a terrorist and a rapist enough. Man left battered after trying to carjack 3 football players. So this guy tried, let's read this story more. I like these stories. What's it called? The Ultimate Revenge. Let's see. Man left battered. It says a New Mexico man was battered and bruised after allegedly tried carjacking a group of football players. The men tried to talk to them, but they'd never seen him before. He was standing near his car. Blah, blah. So that's pretty cool. I like a little good revenge story. A woman raises money to buy Twitter so she can delete Trump's account. Pretty sure a lot of people are like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Demon goat terrifies village with a human-like face. Fucking awesome. Let's see if they have a picture of this. Maybe I'll use it for the screen cap of the episode. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this thing looks pretty fucking cool. Yeah, you gotta see this thing. It's called a bizarre octogoat. And this is in, where's this at? I'm trying to see. I don't know. Terrorize the village. It says see gallery of the octogoat. It's pretty fucking cool. It's got cool eyes. But, it's real small, though. I thought this thing was pretty big. But it's not. So it's not that cool, I guess. If it was bigger, it would look cool. It looks like a little puppy, with, like, weird eyes. That's all. Mayweather would take home a massive check after win. Yeah. So will Conor McGregor's check. Let's see what's going on. About to get to the weird news. Doesn't seem like... Yeah, everyone's talking about the VMAs. Katy Perry's wearing a big titty dress. Well, that's what she does. She's got big natural cans. Alright, let's get to the weird news and then wrap this episode up. We've covered a lot. Had a lot of things happen. Show's too broad. It's too over the place. I don't care. Listen to something else. It says Harvey the Hurricane Hawk down with cabbie during storm. So this thing flew into a cab. And a blue fuzzy fighter stole the spotlight before the Mayweather fight. So I heard the power went out last night. There was a power outage, so the fight was delayed. But what is... let the Cookie Monster jokes commerce, it says here. The mega fight, but a blue furry friend stole the show. 22-year-old fighter Gervonta Davis made his great entrance look like the Cookie Monster, Grover from Sesame Street. Okay, so it's not that interesting, but I get it. but he did steal the, the fight. Let's see. Couple says they see Jesus in a sonogram looking at baby. Resourceful dog walks away with a bag of dog food after Hurricane Harvey. That's pretty. That dog's smart. He's like, give me some fucking food, man. The rapper cancels show after saying he didn't need eclipse glasses. Who canceled? Why do I have to read the story? Oh, Joey Badass with $2. He canceled the show. That pussy. Yeah, he's a gangster rapper. I'm pretty sure. The Internet wards 1 year anniversary of Harambe's death. That's that big giant gorilla that I guess got killed by that doctor. Dear leader, Trump's sycophantic cabinet meeting mercilessly mocked. 800-year-old coffin breaks after some genius tries to put a kid inside it. Cool. Lecture dons Iron Man mask and becomes his student superhero. Poet-in-chief gives Donald Trump's tweet a Shakespearean twist. People are tweeting their love for Canada in the perfect form of escapism. His psychic helps sniff out missing pet skunk. Activists want Trump to support the right to go topless. Why wouldn't Trump, he told stories before in Opie and Anthony or Howard Stern where girls would just come up to him and just show their tits. So why wouldn't he support that? And it shows a black African lady with those little stars on her titties. People have been passing off a photo of a Cavs parade as a Trump rally crowd. So I guess everyone's talking about that stupid, trade. But the trade might get taken back. I don't know if you could take a trade back. Japanese robot is programmed to perform a Buddhist funeral rites. Scaramucci finds his 10-day communications director stint as hilarious as we do. It says, I am Scaramucci t-shirt. There is actually a wrestling villain called the Progressive Liberal. That's pretty funny. Not haha funny, but man crafts American flag out of 10,000 tiny plastic army men. That's fucking awesome. These baseball players make a fun Disney reference. Oh, that's cool. Their jerseys read Akuna Makana when they stand next to each other. Piglets saved from blaze are okay, I read that last week. Edit that out. New York City restaurant fire server put ching chong on Asian woman's receipt. I love those stories. That's what this show was made for. Watch a teed-off moose chase a golfer in Sweden. Scooter plunges straight into a sinkhole after it opens up a street. Gross Dr. Pimple Popper video reveals that unicorns cyst are real. Ew, look at the size of this thing. Giant fucking bubble. Burger King, who's the king? Vote reportedly angers Belgian royal. I think I read that before. It says, men, particularly blinded from a solar eclipse, warn others to reach safety. Doctors remove a gecko from a man's ear. And it says, Twitter throws shade on Ivanka Trump's eclipse tweet. Well, folks, that's it for the show. Not a strong way to close out. Barely did any commentary on the weird news. But I will see you guys on the next one. It's What the fuck is wrong with you?
You have just listened to the world's most awful podcast show, JoshCast.